It's recording. Good morning. How many of you remember driving in an automobile, standing up on the console, standing in the back seat, laying up on above the back seat, driving down the road, and your mom hits the brakes, and the first thing you see is the railroad crossing arm come out. That is a safety device in those days. I can remember growing up, we never wore seat belts. We never had car seats. We never had any of that stuff. It wasn't even a law to wear seat belts. So most cars and manufacturers didn't have them. They had lap belts. Most of those, they got in the way and started, you sit on them, they weren't comfortable, so you tuck them under the seat. So that's kind of where we were. I can remember driving around, my mom hit the brakes, the arm would automatically come out to keep those kids from coming forward. If you were laying up under the back glass, then a lot of times you would roll down in the seat, then down on the floor, but the arm still came out. So, good morning today. My name is Todd Masters, and we're going to talk to you about the safety of an automobile, where it started, where it is today, and kind of where it's going in the future. We started out with automobiles just having, like we said before, just having kind of lap belts, and that was their idea of safety. So we've moved way up the ladder from there. That really didn't save a lot of lives. The cars were big and heavy, so you had a lot of metal around you. As they started making cars lighter for more fuel economy, they realized that the death rate started going up because people were eating steering wheels and leaving the cars. And so they came up with the thought process that if we can keep them in the car and keep them safe and in a certain position, then we can keep them safe, maybe keep them alive. So we started out with lap belts, and today we've kind of moved up to, we've got airbags all around us, and we've got anti-lock brakes to help us have control of the vehicle so the car's not skidding. So we've progressed a long way from the lap belts to now we've got full-blown shoulder harnesses, go across the lap and across the harness. We've got airbags everywhere. So we've transitioned quite a bit. So what we've gone to now, some of the stuff that we've progressed to is what we call smart airbags. So these can tell whether there's anybody in the passenger seat, or there's anybody that's, if they're buckled in the passenger seat, how much they weigh, do we need to blow the airbags? You know, somebody coming from the side, do we just need to blow the side airbag and not the front airbag? So we've come a long way. And in the future, what they're saying is the only way to make cars safer is to take the control away from the owner or the driver. So now we're going to blow all these airbags, and then we're going to take the steering wheel control away from you and to keep you safe. Basically try to keep you from having the accident, so we're going to try to avoid having the accident. So we've come to the point to where now we've gone from lap belts to we had one airbag, then we had two airbags, and now we've got airbags all over the cockpit. And then we also, now we're going to start taking care of how the car is controlled. You know, will it slide, will it brake, will it skid? So we've gone to that to help increase our safety rates and to help keep all of our passengers safe. We don't worry just about the driver now, we're worried about everybody in the car. We've got seat belts that lock down and keep them tight so people can't leave the car, they can't move from where they are to another part of the car that would cause them injury. So what we've done is we've kind of where we're going in the future is we're going to take the control away from the driver. We're going to, so when you go in and you swerve one way, then it's going to automatically correct and keep you from swerving this way, and it'll put you back in track of where you're supposed to be. So now that we've done that, some of the things that we're going to do in the future is that take the car away. We've came out with cruise controls that if they see a car in front of them, they will automatically slow down a certain amount of distance between the next car and the car in front of them. And then if you pull out to pass them, then that cruise control will automatically pick up. So we're measuring the distance between the automobiles to keep them safe. We're keeping everybody in the cockpit. We're blowing airbags all around, so when you come out of one, you kind of look like you've been in a boxing match or an MMA ring, because you've got airbags blowing all around you. Some of the effects of cars being safer, we've increased lives. We've saved lives now where there's not as many people dying in car accidents. So that's a big plus. But on the back side of that, what we've done is it costs more for the automobile, and the repairability and repair cost of these vehicles has also gone way up. So when you buy a car now, it's a lot more expensive, but it's safer. So being in the field that I'm in, because I get to go in and see these cars, how they're repaired and stuff like that, I kind of get to be on the front side of it. That way I can see, we have to make these cars safe again after they've been in an accident. So we've increased taking care of lives, but we've also increased the amount of the automobile and the cost of repairs. So, you know, we've come a long way from mom's arm coming down to save us to now, who would have thought you have a car that saves you? So, technology is a good thing. It's an expensive thing, but it's like the rest of our world. It's here to stay.